Hello everyone and welcome back to Joy's Creative Finger. Let's get right back into Raquel's story and see what's been happening with her and her new husband. It's been 8 months since Raquel and John got married, and Raquel and Jennifer haven't spoken since the night of the verbal altercation the night before her wedding. After honeymooning for 2 months, the two lovebirds have been back in Paris in Raquel's apartment, adjusting to life as newlyweds. This once upon a time orphan unknowingly married into old money, 6 generations of wealth successfully passed down. The family's waterfront estate sat on 60 acres. His parents lived there and took pride in raising him to be a very fine young man. They weren't exactly thrilled with his choice for a wife. However, John was happy, so they were happy. On their wedding day, John's father presented them with a gift that was only to be opened after they had returned from their honeymoon.
Honey, we better get going.
I'm absolutely certain it's a car.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
For 8 months, they kept on guessing. The day had come and they set out. They had driven for quite some time and started to feel a little bit bored. The address entered into the navigation system didn't take them towards bustling streets or retail parks. It began to lead them down winding roads in a very expensive gated community, and before long it became clear as they pulled up to a very lovely, grand, ornate Parisian home.
Oh, wow.
It's unbelievable.
John's parents had gifted the newlyweds a beautiful Parisian home, completely furnished. All they had to do was move in and start living.
I honestly don't know how to feel about this. Your parents are truly generous.
The kitchen was very beautiful, and the patio doors led out to a very stylish outdoor living space with a lovely swimming pool.
Oh, wow.
Raquel could not wait to get upstairs. The bedrooms were white, cream, and dreamy. Down the hall from the wonderful master bedroom was a brand new fitted nursery. The colors were neutral, leaving room for improvement should she decide to do so. It might be that she'd have a girl or a boy and change the colors to suit. Raquel immediately headed out to town to buy some groceries to fill up the kitchen pantry, to prepare a meal for her husband. The girl who lived in a room above a fruit shop was now the lady of a household.
What are you waiting for? Wash them.
Can I help you with anything, ma'am? There is a good deal on the strawberries.
No, I haven't decided. Thank you.
Raquel managed to push the phantom she met in the supermarket out of her mind and prepared a wonderful dinner for her husband and herself to enjoy. John, being the only son and heir to his father's wealth and estate, had to begin the immediate task of raising a family. He wanted a boy and she wanted a girl. So yes, they immediately got to work. Raquel had completed her 3-year midwifery degree at university and was presented with honors. She was very proud of herself and went on to complete her apprenticeship at the main city's hospital in Paris. It was a very serious job that demanded her attention, and she was given a rundown of expectations.
Right now, we need you in the labor ward, Raquel.
On her way to the labor ward, she suddenly got a feeling that something was about to happen, but she didn't know what. But there it was. She walked into a labor room and realized the patient was none other than her once-upon-a-time best friend, Jennifer. It was a very strange and awkward moment. Jennifer was huge and large as ever, pregnant with triplets. And at 37 weeks, she was being prepped for surgery as her health was fast becoming compromised.
Hi, Raquel.
Hello, Jennifer.
Yeah, I know it's a bit weird, but I tried calling you a few times.
Yeah.
To let you know I was pregnant.
Oh my goodness.
How was the wedding?
It was fine.
I know it's been a long time.
I really do have to go, though.
The conversation was awkward, and Raquel took off out of the room. She didn't want to speak to Jennifer, and Jennifer was heartbroken. There was no time to waste. She was being prepped for surgery. Raquel was immediately transparent with her supervisor and advised that it wasn't medically ethical for her to be a part of the team.
It's a very critical moment for her, you see. I think my presence might upset her.
Three beautiful babies were born, 2 very beautiful girls and a very handsome boy. Jennifer couldn't wait to share the news with Raquel. She knew she was around somewhere in the hospital, so she asked the nurse for her.
I'm so sorry, but Raquel has gone home for that day. Maybe she will come and see you tomorrow, yeah? Take care now.
Some individuals are better at hiding their unbalanced emotions. They are skillful with masking their rage, hate, and anger. They hide behind activity and make excuses. And if they have to be in your presence, they would absolutely be able to hold up a conversation with a smile. Raquel was one such breed. Furthermore, she had a lot on her mind. She always did. Her past was always haunting her.
What are you waiting for? Wash them.
She was an orphan, a fruit seller, who now sits by a pool drinking champagne. She felt like an imposter and was battling with an identity crisis. Also, she needed to bear John, a child. Every month, after a possible week's delay, her monthly cycle would visit, crashing all her expectations and hopes to the ground. In addition, she began to feel the pressure of her position as the wife of an only son and heir to a fortune. Romantic moments with her husband became tiresome. And burdensome. And more of a chore than a romantic experience. It had been 1 year and 7 months since they were married, and they hadn't had a child. John wasn't at all worried, but Raquel was.
Listen, if it troubles you that much, perhaps we should see a specialist or something. We could go together, and perhaps they can help us.
I don't think it's necessary. I am 2 weeks late.
Well, okay then. Should we get tested or perhaps wait another week?
After a couple of scans and a thorough examination by a couple of specialists, it was clear that there was a problem with Raquel's womb. It was time for her to tell her story. Being pretty at 10 years old and an orphan in Paris presented Raquel with diabolical complications. After selling fruit throughout the course of the day, she would return to her room upstairs, where Monsieur Clarion and his friends would have their way with her in such a violent manner it couldn't be described. On many occasions, she was found to be pregnant. She would be handed over to a quack doctor who would give her something really foul to drink, and if that didn't work, the life within her would be pulled from her body. He did that to many girls. He was eventually arrested, and the authorities allowed her to take over the shop where she worked hard and saved up money to study midwifery to see living babies instead of dead ones. This is why she was really excited to move out of that room into a brand new apartment. But that wasn't enough to fix her troubles. The damage was done, psychologically, mentally, and physically.
I'm sorry, but with the extent of damage to your womb and the scarring present, it is absolutely impossible for you to have any children whatsoever. I can refer you to a surrogacy organization or a specialist center if that is of any interest to you.
This was a dark moment for Raquel. She needed to talk to someone. That would not be John. She needed her best friend. Jennifer was booked and busy with 11-month-old triplets. But she was excited to hear from her friend. Raquel wanted to invite her over for tea.
Send me your address and I'll come see you. We have a lot to catch up on.
Immediately the doorbell went. Raquel went on to answer the door. They gave each other a hug, but it wasn't quite as it used to be. It was most awkward. They hadn't been this close in a year and 7 months. Jennifer requested a place to lay Carla, who had fallen asleep. Raquel led her to the nursery. She was such a beautiful baby. Then they both headed down to the pool with a couple of drinks. They began to catch up on the past and the present. Raquel didn't realize that hearing the baby cackle and giggle on Jennifer's lap was a serious damaging trigger, but she smiled through it like she did most things. Lucas, the baby boy, now fell asleep, and so Jennifer needed to go and put him up in the room too. That would mean they'd have more time to hang out with just the one baby girl by the pool. Raquel followed after her and suggested that she would go ahead and make some more drinks, and they'd meet up in the kitchen when she came back down from putting the baby to sleep. But in a sudden strange turn of events, Raquel went back to the pool. Raquel wanted her to have more than one drink, maybe 2, perhaps 3. All that mattered was that she kept her waiting and waiting, as she forgot she left a child by the pool. Being a new mother of 1 is hard enough. As a mother of 3, she was quite forgetful.
How long were you going to leave the baby out by the pool? Perhaps you should bring her in?
Should Jennifer and Raquel be friends? Should Raquel cut her losses and run? Wait, should Jennifer cut her losses and run? Let me know what you think about the story in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and I'll see you again soon in the next one. Take care. Bye.